I'm here with Robert, and we're going to share our top 10 watches that you can find for under $1,000. And I'd like to just say that these are watches that we would buy, and they're ones that speak to us. And we're not just giving you some random list like this. These are legit watches that either we own, we plan to own, or we would like to own at some point in the future. So let's go back and forth. You give me your first, and then we'll just play badminton here.
Okay. So I've got the list on my phone, so bear with me here. The first one I'm gonna go with is a Swiss-made diver. Okay. Pretty mundane so far, but I wanted to go. I kind of liked playing around a little bit in the micro brand space because you're going to get some value for your money.
Definitely.
You know, some maybe unique designs, you know, that are still kind of pulled from the classics.
Or components that you would normally get on a much higher priced watch.
Correct.
From the mainstream.
Correct. Okay, so this is the Tuseno Shellback version 2.
Hey!
This is the blue dial.
Okay,
so Bruce is gonna insert a picture right here. This is a blue dial. And when I saw this thing, so I saw your review piece. Right? And if I remember right, it was white or silver.
I've also done the blue, but the Gen 1.
Yes.
And I own the white personally. If you would have told me you were picking that, I would have pulled it out and be like,
oh, see, I should have prefaced also, or we don't know each other's 5. Okay, we each came to this room with 5 watches, and it was purposely done this way so that there is some genuine surprise.
Yeah, we don't rehearse. It might show, but
but no,
we just sit down and talk.
Yeah, this is the purpose: is to have an organic thing and to genuinely be surprised with each other's picks.
I like that pick because it is a lesser known brand, but the quality through and through, it's apparent. From a fully articulating bracelet.
I was shocked when I saw the one that you had in here. I was like, this is crazy. The value that you're getting for what you're paying on this thing, you're getting some uniqueness, right? Yeah. You know, the handset and the maxi dial and all these things, but yet you're still kind of
sandwich dial too.
Sandwich dial, but you're still kind of like the Black Bay look, if you will.
Yeah.
You know,
a little bit of Seamaster 300 in the case, just a little bit.
Yes.
You know?
So I mean, that's one of the things with these micro brands is it's usually drawn from somewhere.
Right.
So that could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing depending upon how your views on the topic are.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that watch is just an absolute stunner.
So I wrote mine on a sticky note.
Okay.
Here's mine. Tissot PRX Powermatic 80 40 mil with a gradient dial that Tissot calls the ice blue chameleon dial. 80 hours of power reserve, really sharp watch that has some 70s funkiness to it, which I like.
Right.
And the retail price is $725. So you can find them for less than that. I think for what you're paying, you get a lot of watch for that amount.
That is a lot. I forgot to mention the price on mine, official retail price, $699.
Awesome.
Right? So, I mean, we're both well under the $1,000 threshold.
Yeah.
Right? It was easier than I thought it would be to just start coming up with some of these.
So, I know we're going to do at some point a higher than $1,000 price list.
Yes.
That's the one that I'm struggling with because there's too many that I'm like, oh man, you know.
Yes.
This one I had an easier time.
Yes. Yeah, it was, I mean, just a plenty all over the place.
Yeah.
Some amazing pieces. Okay, so number 2, this is another micro brand. I'm going with the chronograph now, which is a mechanical chronograph for
Sweet.
under $1,000. Okay. Try and find that from one of the big boys. It's not going to happen.
No, you can't do that.
Right? Unless it's a Seagull. Which again, there's nothing wrong with that, but
when it's priced right.
Yes, outside of a Chinese,
not for $1,000 though.
No. Okay, so here we have the Laurier Olympia.
Okay. I am familiar with this one.
So again, great micro brand, pretty decent following amongst the collector, sphere.
Yeah. Retro vibes to it.
Very retro vibes, but this has a Seiko NE 88 movement in there.
They got that under $1,000?
Yes. So
wow.
The NE88, and let me just double check the pricing. I want to say it was just $899. $8.99.
That's good.
You get a bracelet. You get some funkiness with it, the retro-inspired, little splash of red on the dial and things like. Again, Bruce will throw a picture up on this one. But when I saw this, I'm thinking to myself, I would wear that. I would buy that. And again, under $1,000, you're getting Seiko quality, reliability, serviceability, all those things. You're getting some,
well, at least half the price of what Seiko would charge for a mechanical chronograph with that caliber.
Correct.
You
just did.
You get a value.
You just did some reviews on those with the same movement into the $2,000, $3,000 range.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Right.
My next one here is a Hamilton Khaki Field Murph.
Okay.
38 white dial.
Oh, okay.
So non-traditional. It's not the watch that was in the film Interstellar.
Yes.
But I love the texture, and I actually like the old radium loom on this one. Normally, I'm not a big fan of that Fotina.
Right.
But this one is sharp as can be. And I hope that Hamilton upsizes and does the 42 at some point.
Ooh, that could be interesting.
I think that would be a pretty powerful watch, if they ever do that. But this one retails for $895, so it's getting up there.
Yep.
But it has the same 80-hour power reserve that's found in the Tissot. I think this movement's just hard to beat for the price and the styling, the history of Hamilton. I think it's an easy pick for me to go with this one.
That's a great watch. I mean, when somebody would want just a one-watch type of collection, the Murph is usually one of the ones that gets suggested.
And I will say, we've seen the actual Murph in person in Pennsylvania when there was a big Hamilton event. We saw the prop watch.
Oh, that was a horological highlight for me.
Yeah.
To see one of those pivotal movie watches and to see the real thing was just unbelievable.
Yeah, that's an experience very few watch collectors will have.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, we had the CEO of Hamilton telling us this is a unique opportunity. We don't bring this out of the vault hardly ever.
Yeah, and I don't blame him either.
Right? I mean, it's just a crazy experience, and to look back going well, how did I get myself there? How did I get myself in that spot? In Amish country in Pennsylvania, of all places.
Okay, let me get your next one.
Number three. Okay, Timex.
Oh, okay.
On a absolute burner of a streak. They are on fire. It seems like whatever they put out the last little bit has been pretty well received.
Yeah.
Right? Whether it's a moon phase or this or that or whatever. Okay.
I want that ridiculous iced out rainbow type. I forget what it's called. I would wear that,
right? I could see you wearing that. So this one is the Expedition GMT in titanium.
Okay.
41 millimeters. Now they've come out with a few limited editions.
Yeah.
But I chose the non-limited edition because I wanted something that you could just pop on the website.
Order it. It would come within a week.
And usually get some sort of a 15%, 20% off. So you're not going to pay the full retail price. Now, this one also is a little tricky because the limited editions got the Miyota True GMT movement, right?
Yeah.
This one is the Seiko NH34 movement. So there is a little bit of give and take. This is the collar GMT versus the flyer GMT, but still, you're getting titanium, you're getting water resistance.
How much is this one?
Sorry, I should have said that. You are getting, is it 200, I believe? 200 meters water resistance. And 200 meters water resistance. You're getting what I consider a better looking watch than the Black Bay Pro. Because you're getting, it's very, very...
we'll see about that. Put it in the comments, guys.
Put it in the comments that Timex did the Black Bay Pro better. Yeah, visually. Sorry, this is a complete visual thing. Technically, no. Obviously, it's not the same.
Sure.
But visually, they did it better than Tudor did. It's amazing. So all for the price of $550.
So a lot of people will go, I would never spend that much on a Timex. But hold yourself for a sec. Look at those specs.
Right.
Look at the components. Look at the details.
Yep.
You're not being raked over the coals.
No.
You're getting the value there.
You're getting an automatic GMT in titanium with 200 meters screw down crown, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Sapphire.
Good styling, good
Good
looks.
styling, everything, right? For $500 or $550. Again, you're going to get...
Likely less.
Yes, you're going to get a discount somewhere, somehow.
Yeah. Here's my next one. This is, okay, You might be sick of seeing this watch, but I bought it. It is the SSE 947 Solar Speedtimer, Colonel Pogue color scheme. This one is, it's more so for the crazy Seiko fan with this loud and rather ugly color scheme. But man, at $725 full retail, and you can find a discount on these brand new, this one is hard to beat in my opinion with the size, with how it wears. You might take a hit on the versatility with the color scheme, but man, if you love Seiko, this is the affordable Seiko to get. So this is my pick. I absolutely adore this particular chronograph.
Now, the hit that you take in versatility, you're gaining
in coolness,
yes,
and history,
yes, in uniqueness, you know, and having a conversation starter. So it's always, you know, give and take.
You're like, have you heard of Colonel Pogue? And they're like, don't talk to me anymore.
Exactly. Oh, great. We got this watch guy that won't shut up. Okay. I am going for number 4 to the land of Seiko.
All right.
Okay. Just like you. Now I'm going to go a little bit dressier. This is for all of the people out there that want a date just or something like that. Okay. Just a dressy piece, a kind of everyday piece, you know, something that looks good on leather and everything. But this has a bracelet. Okay. But it's going to be an upgraded Seiko. So we're not going to go, you know, kind of that bargain basement Seiko. We're just under that $1,000 mark for the SPB463. Okay. This has, I'm going to show you because right here.
Oh, lovely.
Right?
That's a good one.
You have a Jubilee-esque style bracelet. Yeah. A 5-link bracelet.
Let me also put a picture on the screen that next to a Grand Seiko. That dial, you probably know the exact Grand Seiko I'm talking about.
Yep, exactly.
That dial is so versatile, muted, elegant.
When I saw this thing, I was like, the only knock against this thing that I can come up with is the butterfly clasp.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's all I can come against it, it's really not that bad. I can live with that.
If we're nitpicking the style of clasp,
that's really like
that's the biggest problem. There's not really a big problem.
And even then, the butterfly clasp is kind of negated because it's like the small kind of Jubilee-esque links. Yeah. So you're still going to be able to get yourself a good fit. Yeah. That's usually where the problems with the butterfly come up with is when you have like an oyster style. It's a little bit bigger link, and then it just sits kind of clunky
too
on your
tight
wrist.
Or too big.
Right.
Not with that.
But not with this. You're going to get the perfect drape on your wrist. You're going to get the classic, almost like 1601 date just kind of styling.
Right.
Because with that ivory dial, it's like kind of aged, but not. Yeah. You know, you're getting leaf hands.
It's classy.
It is a classy piece. You put this sucker on a leather and you're golden. You leave it on the bracelet, you're golden. It doesn't matter. Now this one, again, $950. So
yeah, you're up there, but you can still get a discount.
So there we go. I was going to say, that's your retail, but you're not going to pay that. You go anywhere else, you're going to get 10 to 20% without even trying.
Yes. So I'm going to go sport with mine. This is the G-Shock GMW B5000D-3. Okay. So this is a full metal square, stainless steel, positive display. It's a recent release that has a green frame around that octagonal part of the LCD display. And I just think you need a great tool watch, beater watch, sport watch that is atomic time syncing. You can take it in any activity. You could throw it off a building and it'd probably still be working all right.
It's totally working.
It might look a little rough, but yes. Just a tough watch. And this retails for $550. And you can usually get a little bit of a discount also with G-Shock. So
totally.
Save yourself some money under that $1,000 budget and get a great beater. So that's my pick.
Yeah, that's an amazing pick, by the way. I'm a huge fan of that watch.
Yeah, a little bit of color too.
Yes, just a splash of that green and black is all you need. Okay, so for my last pick, I'm going Quartz.
All right.
Okay. And
I like that we've not overlapped here.
No,
there's a good mix.
I was a little afraid when you said Hamilton because that's where I'm going with this.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, and I am going with the Khaki Quartz. I thought to myself as I was going through this list, I got to inject something that's just kind of a grab and go, no fuss, kind of thing, because that appeals to a lot of people.
Very easy to get into.
Very easy to get into, right? So the Khaki filled quartz is 38 millimeters.
Okay.
It's going to wear great on everybody's wrist. For the people that say, I need 42 to 44, you can pull this 38 millimeter because there's no bezel. It's all dial. It's going to wear fine.
Sure.
For the guys that are like, hipsters that want their 34 millimeter, whatevers, you can still pull this one off. It's a
mindset for both groups of people.
Yes.
You can do it.
You can totally do this.
You got to make yourself like or enjoy doing it.
Yes, but trust me, this 38 millimeter is going to work great. It comes in a variety of colors.
Well, and the design goes back a long ways. You have the military tie-in as well. So,
right.
I mean, it's hard to find fault with this one, especially at the price, right?
So, speaking of, the price is $395.
Score.
Right? $395. You're getting Hamilton on the dial. You're getting the everyday reliability of a Swiss-made quartz watch. What more can you want?
So let me show you mine. I'm cheating a little bit here.
Well, it's your channel.
The retail price is actually about $1,500.
Okay.
But you can find them close to $1,000 new from an AD with a discount, or if you go used, you can get them a decent amount under $1,000. So I'm cheating there. But it is the Bulova Lunar Pilot 43.5 with a meteorite dial, titanium case. I love this piece. This dial is a small sliver of the Muonjon Alusta meteorite that fell in Sweden 1 million years ago. I love the Widmanstatten pattern, as they call it, that's on the dial. You pair a watch that has space history with an actual piece of rock that fell from space, and it just doesn't get more poetic than that. It's that's so cool.
It's really, really cool.
So yeah, I'm cheating a little bit, but you can find them, especially used, under $1,000, or with a discount code. You can get them close to $1,000. Not quite, but pretty close.
And who knows, maybe with the holiday shopping season now, maybe there are codes of plenty that can get you well under there.
Yeah, I do actually have a code with a Bulova AD that I'll place here. Mimo's Jewelry in Long Beach, California. That'll get you real close. And I checked, it is in stock. I'm kind of shopping myself, but I just bought this Seiko recently, so I don't know if I need another quartz chronograph this month. Maybe next month.
Maybe next one, right? You never know, right?
But Robert, I did enjoy how we have some brand overlap, but there's a good mix of variety here of great watches you can find for under $1,000. So it really goes to show that you can find good stuff, a lot of good stuff.
Without even trying.
Yeah, without trying too hard.
We didn't come close to scratching the surface. And we just came up with 10 unique, with all sorts of different characteristics and functionalities and
different complications,
bracelets and straps and this and that, like all over the place.
So let us know if you want a part 2, because we could really come up with some other great options, I think.
Oh, easily.
Yeah, let us know if you're interested in some more suggestions. But that's what we have, top 10 watches under $1,000. And we will also do this with watches that cost over $1,000. So stay tuned, subscribe, like this video if you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.